What's good? What's good? Let me check the mic here. See if we're working today. Alright, looks like we are working today. Well guys, welcome to Mackinac. As you guys saw in my previous stream, if you were watching it live or a little bit after I flew, you saw me arrive into Mackinac Island. I do this every year. I did it last year, however, I don't believe I streamed it. I did this last year to where right around the last week of October I would fly to Mackinac Island because I think in real life the ferry boats, this is their last week of running passengers to and from the island, and after that they basically the island begins to shut down for the winter. The only people that are somewhat allowed on the island, I mean, you can still go to the island, but really it's for the people that live on the island. So really the island in some ways closes for tourism, like I think I want to say on Halloween or the day before Halloween or something like that. So we did that last year, we're doing it again this year, and again we have about, you know, a week until Halloween, so we'll be up here in Mackinac for another, 5, 6, 7 days ish. Gives us some time to explore the area, streaming that, because I think we streamed this back in I know I flew here in late June, early July. I think it was late June, but maybe we actually did come here earlier in the year and I streamed that. But anyways, yeah, so Mackinac trips are gonna happen only probably like twice a year, end of June, late fall or early fall I should say. So yeah, let's walk out to our airplane here. As you can see, there's a terminal building. It is local time in Mackinac, which is Eastern time. It is 11:26 in the morning. That's cool. So yeah, we're gonna fly around, explore, look at the Mackinac Bridge, and walk out to our airplane here. There we go. There we go. Walk around. I'm looking forward to 2024 when we have, the fall trees in the sim, because the trees here don't necessarily look like the trees that are in real life, because there's a lot of somewhat pine trees on the island, especially next to the airport, because I've been there in real life. I've driven my bike next to, and I've literally been inside the terminal on the island, at the island airport. It's a really cute terminal. It's a small terminal, just mainly for GA pilots, that sort of thing. It's not a passenger terminal by any means. However, if there was like a 19 passenger aircraft, yeah, maybe you could do that, but there is no security obviously on the island for the airport. So yeah, again, it's your basic GA terminal, except it's pretty small. Like it's the size of a single story house, basically. So we're inside the airplane here. Again, we're gonna fly around a little bit, take some screenshots, show you guys of the bridge. There's some wind out there. Trying to see what the direction of the wind is. Might be blowing to the north, but we're still gonna have some fun today. Despite the wind, and especially in these small planes, the wind can be not so cool to fly in. So that's what we'll do. Alright, so let's turn on the fuel valve, turn the battery and the alternator. Okay. Here we go. There's parking brake. Alright. Oh, we're going too fast. Don't want that. Yeah. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, the wind is blowing to the north. Pretty, a little gusty. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, you know, flying on 2024, of having, you know, the fall leaves up here in Mackinac, or anywhere really, but especially here in Mackinac. But, and speaking of 2024, last night, I pre-ordered the standard edition. I was considering getting the deluxe, but, you know, right now with 2020, I have the standard edition, and so I'm like, you know what? You know, I like what I get in standard edition, and I know some people are different, but for me, I'm satisfied with standard edition, honestly. Like, you get a crazy amount of planes, plus you get the same planes that you get in 2020, plus you get a little bit more than that, right? And you get like most of the airliners, right? If not almost all of them, except like the 87 and the 747-400 airplane thingy. I forget what it's called, but yeah, I'm super excited about the Airbus 321, being able to fly that on long haul flights, you know, from Los Angeles to New York or vice versa. I mean, the 320 can do it for sure, but yeah. Anyways, we're set to go. Don't need any flaps today. You know, let's take a screenshot here. A lot of rudder. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Mackinac. Probably see it, but there's definitely a lot of wind right here, where you can hear it on the windshield, on the glass. Wow, that's gorgeous. We'll probably land at St. Ignace for our first little stop here, but we're gonna enjoy some of the scenery here. Yeah, look at that. I'm not even holding the stick. It's definitely a lot of wind up here. You can see the wind, and we're basically flying almost directly into it. Downtown area, the shopping centers. Over some of the docks right now. Alright, let's land into St. Ignace here. Ooh. There we go. Let's circle around. Can Yeah, look at the wind socket or sock, whatever you call it. It's pretty much almost completely sideways, so the gusts are pretty strong, and I think we're getting a push here. I think the wind is kind of pushing us here on the taxiway. Okay. Okay. As you can see, there's the island right there. So not too far away. Yeah, somewhere around here is supposed to be the terminal building, which is there in real life, but in the simulator it doesn't have it, but hopefully in 2024 they have some sort of building there to represent the terminal building. But yeah, you can see the wind is basically at our tail. Pretty strong gusts. Last night the wind wasn't as bad, but it's definitely visible today, that's for sure. Oh, it's a fall day here in the Straits of Mackinac. Yeah, let me turn off the battery in the alternator so we don't lose battery. Okay. The terminal building is like, yeah, we're like right here or something like that. But yeah, I'm excited for for 2024 to not have. I mean, look at this. This is not realistic whatsoever. But 2024, it will be 1,000 times better than that. Because this is like not realistic. I mean, look at that. It's just. Well, that's kind of cool though. Reflection off the water. The bridge is over there, but you can't see it from here. what we could do is do like a touch and go at the airport on the island and then fly down to Pellston, because I think what we might do is do a flight to Chicago or something like that. I think that's what we'll do. Do something here. Let's see. If the general options, I'll check. He's parking the PO box. Okay, he stopped. There we go. I turned the traffic back on. I actually kind of miss it. It's just that I hope in 2024 that they fix some of the stuff with the traffic, because in the past I've seen like planes go off the end of the runway, or like a little taxi on the wrong runway or whatever, or land at the wrong runway. I've seen planes land on taxiways, so yeah, that needs to be fixed. But okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn back the batteries on here. That's already in. Fuel select is on. Turn on our beacon. Restart our engines. Alright. I love this airplane because it's a pretty quick startup, and pretty much takes less than a minute, and you're basically ready to go. So, oh, this guy's already heading out. That was quick. So what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do like a touch and go on the island. So yeah, we're gonna take off of Hey, good morning, Greg. How you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're staying healthy and your family's doing well. We're doing some fun flying here in Mackinac, Michigan. Seeing this Mackinac area. I flew up here a few days ago on the CJ4. I flew from Fort Collins to Custer County, South Dakota, then flew to Iowa, and then Iowa to Mackinac. And right there's the bridge. But yeah, we're gonna fly over the bridge here, and then we're gonna do a touch and go at the Island Airport, and then we're gonna go down to Pellston. Yeah, yeah, sickness is definitely going around. I'm just recovering from a cold virus that I got from work last week, but I'm feeling much better, which is good news. I just have the cough now, so that's nice. But I think there's obviously this is the time of year when the seasons change, the temperatures get colder. You know, it just sickness goes around, but thankfully, generally, I mean, this is the time of year when I do get sick, and then generally I don't get sick for a long time. Like I was, knock on wood, but I was rarely sick this year. But yeah, generally the times I get sick for a lot of people, not just myself, but for a lot of people, is usually the fall time and springtime. So glad that's behind me, because again, I don't know why, ever since I was a little kid, right around Halloween, everybody gets sick, right? Or after Halloween, because of all that candy, all the sugar. But yeah, I'm feeling much better. But yeah, hopefully your family is, you know, getting over the sickness, if there's that. But yeah. But as I was mentioning earlier in the stream, Greg, I don't know if you were here for that, but yesterday I pre-ordered Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, if you've seen the trailer for that. So, and it's kind of crazy because I got this simulator 2020 that they made back in like 2019 or 2020, not too long ago on the Xbox, and here I am already about to do the newest one. And I gotta say, if you haven't seen the trailer or some of the videos for the new simulator, you gotta check it out, man. It looks fantastic. It's just like each simulator gets better and better. Like, I thought this was good, but the new one is going to be even better. There's going to be seasons now which the trees will, you know, lose their leaves in the fall. They'll change color. The weather will be better. The graphics will be even better. I'm looking forward to it. So again, I think it comes out on the 19th of November. So I pre-ordered the standard edition, which is the cheapest option. So I'm excited for that. So sometime in the next, 3.5 weeks, you'll see me on the new sim. I'll be streaming that. I'll probably start off by flying out of my home airport in Loveland, Colorado. So yeah, right. Like, this is the time of year when in the afternoon you're burning up because it's so hot, and in the evening it's so cold you want to put a coat on, right? And that messes with your immune system, right? But I'm looking forward to some of the colder temperatures, right? I'm ready for that, especially here in Colorado, because we've had a very dry summer and dry fall here. There's been some wildfires here in the area. So yeah, we could definitely use some moisture. And I think there might be some snow, a chance of snow coming up in the next week or so. So that would be nice. And generally, this is the time of year when Colorado gets its first snow, especially for my area. Yeah. But yeah, Greg, I cannot wait for you to watch when we fly to Alaska in December, because I'll be streaming that. And I did this last year. Of course, I never streamed it because I was on the computer. I flew on the computer instead of doing the Xbox. But you should have seen Alaska when I flew there last December. It was so beautiful. The mountains in Anchorage, and then flying up to Barrow, Alaska. We'll be doing it on 2024, I think, or either this. It will either be this or the new sim that's coming out. But one thing I just cannot wait for that this sim doesn't have is the Northern Lights, right? The Aurora Borealis. This simulator, even though it looks fantastic, right? It does not have the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, but the new sim will have it. Again, I think the trailer for the new sim, again, you're going to check it out. If you're going to check it out, highly recommend checking out the trailer, because at the end they show the Northern Lights, and I gotta say, it's just like, it's almost becoming a world simulator, not like a flight simulator. It's more like a world simulator because of how good it looks. But kind of off track here. Let me over here. But yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a touch and go here, and then we're gonna take off again, and then we're gonna head down to Pellston Airport, which is not super far away, but it is a little bit farther than St. Ignace here. There's definitely some wind. We're getting some headwind here. Yeah, you can definitely feel it. Ooh, look how bumpy that is. Whoa. Definitely over the trees there. Come on. Ooh. The wind is nasty. Alright. Take off. 60, 70. But yeah, look at the windsock there. It's straight. It's horizontal. That's how bad the wind is right now. And when you're flying a 152 aircraft, Cessna 152, it's it can definitely be pretty bumpy. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for snow, man. I love snow. Because again, we needed moisture, and I'm sure your daughter will tell you that especially since moving to Colorado, you don't get moisture at all out west compared to, Pennsylvania. like none whatsoever. Like Pennsylvania, you get moisture, right? You get rain, you get dumped on in the winter. Colorado, you do get dumped on occasionally, but it's just so dry, and obviously it's Colorado, right? Like half the state is pretty much plain, almost like desert, and then the other half is mountains. So it depends where you're at. But Arvada, Loveland, where I live, we're kind of in the foothills area near the mountains, so you kind of get both dryness and snow at the same time, if that makes sense. But yeah, look at that. Like that's pretty windy. The benefit of flying the bigger aircraft is that you don't have to worry about it being super bumpy or out of control, because right now I'm not even touching the stick or the yoke right now. That's how windy it is. You know, you can see how it's shifting. I'm not even touching anything right now. That's how windy it is right now. So we have definitely some wind gusts right now over the lake. We're going to fly down to Pellston here, and then we're going to jump on a CJ4 and we'll fly that to Chicago O'Hare, and then we're going to fly Air Canada, maybe an Airbus 320 to Toronto or something like that. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not even touching the yoke right now. That's how windy it is. Pretty strong wind right there. Yeah, that plane's like flying a kite. Exactly. That's a good analogy there. Yeah, I mean, I love flying this airplane when there's like no wind. This is a beauty to fly. Or even if there's low wind, it's not that bad. But like right now we have, like I can hear it in my headphones, but like right now we have pretty heavy wind gusts right now up here. And actually, you know, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this to you, Greg, but in earlier streams, but you know, I go here in real life. I go here every single summer for vacation. Me and my family, we come up to Mackinac. We camp right over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's way out there, but it's a campground right off the lake, and it has a good view of Mackinac Island, of the bridge, and we do that in real life. And a lot of people fly kites up here because, you know, the wind coming off of the lakes, the Great Lakes, right? So when you mentioned kite, I was like, you know what, that actually makes sense. So, but you know, again, I flew here yesterday on the sim, and the wind wasn't as bad, but today it's pretty gusty. But I think Pellston's out there, so we're pretty close. But there's the interstate. But yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's just that one downside of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is that they don't have seasons, and what I mean by that is that the leaves on the trees don't change. Like all this should be orange or like red, or the leaves should be off the trees. This looks like summer, right? But the cool thing is, like I said, in the upcoming sim that's coming out next month, made by the same people, right? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. They just basically it's 2020 but upgraded and a lot better. there's going to be seasons, and what I mean by that is that the leaves will fall off the trees in the winter, flash fall, the leaves will turn colors, right? During the winter, the only leaves, quote, leaves on the trees will be evergreens, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but I've seen it, like, you know, in the trailers, but also pictures, and people testing the game out. It looks very, 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 very good, and that's why I pre-ordered it last night. So I already got the game. It's just I'm waiting for it to be released when it comes out. So again, Greg, you know, I'll be streaming that when it comes out on the 19th. So we're getting closer. So I'm excited for that. But in the meantime, I'm still gonna enjoy flying the simulator. It's still a very realistic simulator. So. Map here. Yeah, so we're flying right there to Pelston PLN, right here on the map. So yeah, that's where we took off out of. So we're already halfway there. I think it's right there. So I'll need to make sure I line up with the runway. For others who are watching, like Greg, if you plan on getting Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, let me know in the comments below, or just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because I'm excited for it. I already pre-downloaded it, I already pre-ordered it. It's just ready to play when the game comes out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right, exactly. Like, you know, again, this sim is very realistic, but when you're flying in the fall time, right? It makes the sim a whole lot better. Okay, there's the airport. It makes it a whole lot better when it like actually looks like, you know, it's fall time outside. Like again, like right now, those trees should either be, you know, gold color or the leaves should be gone, right? You know, but they're still green, and that's one issue I have with the current sim. And then when the new one comes out, again, I am so excited. It's gonna have that. And again, like they show in the trailers, there's a lot of people that have already made videos about it. You know, just type in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 seasons, and there should be some videos, you know, talking about, let's lower the throttle here and line up. But yeah, there's several videos that talk about the seasons. But yeah, I agree with you, Greg, that it's gonna make it feel even more real, which is even crazy. I mean, there's been times where I'm like flying on the current sim, I'm like, is this real life? This looks super duper real. Like when I was flying up in Alaska last you know, Christmas, because again, I do that every year, kind of like a tradition, kind of like what I do with this Mackinac trip. I was just just amazed of the graphics and how beautiful it was. It really felt like real life. So yeah, like you can definitely see the wind. Not as bad as what it was when we were over the water, but still there. But yeah, we're gonna park this bad boy and we're gonna get in a CJ4, fly it to Chicago, and then we're gonna do bit too fast, but okay, let's slow down here. Much better approach than the last one, but yeah, there's definitely some crosswind. Use some of my rudder a little bit. Ooh. Eesh. Okay. Not the worst. Okay. I think in real life, Delta Airlines flies into here. They have like their CRJs, because I've been to Pellston Airport. I mean, it's been many years, but we used to rent our vehicle here at this airport. And so I remember seeing some Delta airplanes here. And the terminal's pretty small, I think. So yeah, let's turn left here. But yeah, Greg, I mean, because I think a while back you were, talking about how, potentially getting, the Xbox and getting this sim. If you haven't done it already, I would actually wait to get the new sim 2024. I mean, if you want to get 2020, that's fine. But, for me, I would probably wait to get 2024 in November, just so that you get that experience. But if you already have 2020, great. I mean, and the cool thing is that, like, if you have mods, which is basically add-ons, like add-on airplanes, airports, that sort of thing, according to different people that know what they're talking about, I feel like they know what they're talking about. Like, if you get like mods or like add-ons from the marketplace in the simulator on 2020, it will automatically, or I think there's going to be a way where you can actually bring them over to 2024 without having to rebuy them, if that makes sense, because I've spent some money on a lot of airports for 2020, like for realistic looking airports. Like, for instance, I think you've seen like Denver and Las Vegas, right? San Francisco. Those were, add-ons that I bought because the default scenery didn't look very good for those airports, so I bought those. And so my hope, and I think they're going to work according to different sources, they're going to be working in the new sim for 2024. So all you have to do, because again, I think with Xbox, it's connected to your email and you have like a username type thing, right? Well, I think this is just a hypothetical guess, but I think this is how it's going to work. They're going to see, Stevens, he has 2020, but he got 2024, so we're going to move his mods over to the 2024 sim, right? So I think that's how it's going to work. So which is going to be nice, so that I don't have to pay all that money again just for, the stuff I wanted, right? Do you know if Flight Simulator 2024 has where you communicate with ATC on your approaches? I think so. I'm pretty sure it does that. Not to mention, I think one cool thing, again, I think there's a video that talks about it. Like they did a little bit of a thing to where they had creators on YouTube go down to the Grand Canyon in real life, and they had like this cool event to where people could fly the sim, like test it out, but they had like a little conference video, and I could, I mean, again, I think, let me see if I can find it here on YouTube. I think it's basically called the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Developers Conference, or whatever it was called. Or just go to the main channel of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you'll find it. It's like a 1 hour video to where they talk to the two different people, and they kind of show you, the simulator. And one nice thing is that you can now do flight planning inside the simulator, because like an FSX and even this sim, the flight planning is outside the aircraft, where now you can, like they said in the new sim, you're gonna have I think is it called the EBS system, like basically an iPad, to where you can actually put it in the airplane and it will connect to your avionics, which is something that I've wanted for a long time. And so now you can do on the new sim, not this sim, but the new sim that's coming out, you'll be able to do your flight planning inside the aircraft, which is finally what was something that I've always wanted, right? And I think everybody's always wanted that. Um, and so that's what I'm looking forward to. Again, there's so much to be excited about because I feel like there's a lot of areas that they just didn't do in 2020. Like I get it. Like previous to 2020, the last flight simulator was FSX, right? The one that came out in like 2006, right? Um, and I know everybody knows what I'm talking about because you probably flew on that. And the one before FSX was, I think, FS 2004, and before that was 2002 or 2000, and the one before that was 98, right? So it's just like they're always improving, right? Which is important. But I think 2024 is going to be awesome, right? But the thing is, like, I don't think, because the way that it sounds like, I don't think they're going to be doing it like every 4 years, right? From the sounds of it, they're going to keep 2024 going for many years to come. Like, they're not going to, you know, I mean, as far as I know, they probably won't do this because, again, it's going to be the biggest simulator ever, and so they're just going to add on to it instead of remaking it. Um, so, yeah, again, you're going to have to check it out for yourself, but to answer your question, Greg, I think they're going to have that to where you can communicate with the ATC on your approaches. I'm pretty sure that's going to be in the sim. I think it's already in the sim. So, again, I'll do a little bit more research on that. I would check out that video again. One thing, you know what, I could put it in the chat for you to check it out. It's a good video. Again, it's an hour video, and I know, you know, I'm not sure about you, Greg, but for other people, you might not have the time to watch it. But if you have time to watch some of it, I would watch it. So let me see if I can find that video. I'm gonna go on YouTube and then try to put it in the chat here. But yeah, it's a very, very good video. They don't talk about like exactly everything necessarily, but they do give you like kind of like a rundown of what the sim is like. And okay, it's an hour and a half video, and again, it's a longer video, but it's very informative. So let me copy the link and let me put it here in the chat. This, you know, I'm sending it with my personal YouTube channel, so let me put it in the chat here for you. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, I put the link in the chat, so that's for the video that I was talking about. Hopefully it works. So just copy the URL and then put it in your browser, and that video should come up. And but yeah, so that's for 2024. But yeah. Let me double check something here. But yeah, looking at my flight sim schedule, what I wrote down about a week ago when I was sick, I was like trying to plan up my flights. So we are here in Pellston, Michigan, right? So we're going to fly a Orbit Airlines CJ4 to Chicago, and then we're going to fly from Chicago to Toronto on Air Canada. And then maybe tomorrow or sometime on Sunday we'll fly from Toronto to Chicago, back to Chicago, and then Chicago to Pellston. Then we'll slowly make our way back home to Colorado. But yeah, like there's so many places around the world, especially like nearby the United States, like Mexico or Canada, that look beautiful. It's just like I haven't had time to fly to them because there's so many places you could go to, right? So, but yeah, let me know if for some reason I'm here on YouTube, can't find the link that I sent. Let me see if I can go to this channel here. Okay, I don't see the link. That's weird. But if you don't see the link, which is odd because I just put it in the chat, if you don't see the link in the chat, just type in global preview event presentation Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So yeah, just type in global preview event presentation, and you should find it. And it's going to be the Flight Simulator video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put it in the chat, but for some reason I'm not seeing it. But yeah, like in the new sim, you're going to be able to do, rescue missions, helicopter rescue missions. You're going to be able to do crop flying. Like you're going to be able to do farm flying, where you spray chemicals on the crops. You're going to be able to do firefighting. But yeah. Okay. Okay. Actually, you know what? Part of me, I don't know why. Should we fly back to Mackinac? I don't know. Because I feel like I've been flying to Chicago quite a bit recently. I don't know why. Maybe skip on doing that. But I think Eastern time it is 12:34. So, you know what? Let's fly back to the island. We'll do that another day. We'll fly down to Chicago another day, right? So let's start back up this aircraft. Yeah. Okay. Is the battery still on? Okay, yeah, battery's still on. I don't want that battery to die. Okay. Let's turn on the beacon so people will know we're turning on our engines. We're turning on the engine. Okay. PDO heat is on. Cabin light is on. All right. That is okay. Perfect. Okay, now we can turn on our strobe and turn on navigation lights. Okay. Let's head back to the island, alright? But yeah, today's my day off of work and I want to enjoy the rest of it without being all day on the simulator, you know what I mean? I mean, I love the simulator, but, I don't want to spend all day on it to where I just spend all of it and I'm like, oh, I got work tomorrow, I want to relax a little bit. But I'm trying to remember where that Do you ever fly a helicopter on the sim? Honestly, the helicopters in the new sim are kind of hard. I just need to learn how to fly them, honestly. Maybe I'll eventually get to them. I mean, I have tried, but like it's definitely a lot different than a aircraft, right? Like a regular aircraft, right? I just need to learn how to fly it. And I want to do that eventually. It's just that I love flying the airliners or these small aircraft. I haven't been able to get to that, but yeah. I mean, I have tried, but it's just that whenever I've tried flying helicopters, they go sporadic, and I twirl in circles, and so a lot of it has to do with rudder, and I'm trying to fix that. But yeah. I'm going the right way. I think the runway's this direction. Actually, we just gotta go to somewhere, right? Oh yeah, I see the runway. One thing that I think the new simulator that's coming out, there should be an aircraft list too that you can check out online. But you know, of course, there's different editions, right? That come out with certain planes. Like, I think the premium deluxe edition for the 2020 has the 787, which I do not have. Which is fine. I mean, I already have the Airbus 320 and all that, but the new sim that's coming out is going to have the 737 MAX 8, the Airbus 321, kind of like the old FSX, right? The old FS, which I'm excited for because I haven't flown the 321 in years. The P-51 Mustang is going to be on there. That's going to be... it says it's not a newer aircraft, but I feel like it's a newer aircraft. The PC-12 will be on there. Some new helicopters will be on there, I think. Like a bunch of new aircraft, which is exciting, right? Yeah, I can't stop talking about it. I'm so excited. I probably won't be able to sleep that much the night that it comes out. Yeah, same here. It's guaranteed crash when I fly copters. Yeah, like I don't get it. Like, especially in Flight Simulator, like, and I think it's in real life too. It's very difficult to fly in real life. Like, you have to have helicopter training. Like, it's different than actually airplane training, right? I'm gonna go here. But yeah, like when you crash, it's just like you don't want to fly that airplane ever again, right? It's just, I mean, you do want to still learn, but it's just very, like, frustrating, you know? It's just like, I do not enjoy this. And we're not even at full throttle here. We're gonna now go full throttle here. Yeah, we used about half the throttle to get off the ground, so that's a much better way to go. Make a right turn here. I think the blimp, there's gonna be a blimp that will be in the simulator, the new simulator. So I'm excited about that. I probably won't fly it that much, but we'll see. Also, I think the A10 Warthog, I think, will be in the new sim. So again, there's gonna be a bunch of new planes that I'm excited about. So. Back north. But yeah, so in the new sim, I'll be doing this next year. But the new sim, I do this every single year. I did it back in March or April. I flew down to Jamaica. I flew down to Cuba, then Jamaica, then I flew to Princess Juliana, which is, you know, near the I think it's near Bermuda. I flew to the Bahamas a little bit. So I try to explore different countries at least once or twice a year. Next year, on 2024, on the Flight Sim 2024, I'm going to be flying to Hawaii for the first time. I have not flown to Hawaii ever on Flight Simulator. So I'm going to be doing that next year, next spring, I think. So I'm excited how that's going to look. And then later next summer, I think I'm going to fly to the UK and maybe Israel. Even on the old flight simulators, like on FSX, I never flew international flights. I never went international. I only did domestic flights. But with the new sim, I have, even now, I've already flown to Mexico. I've already flown into Canada. I've flown up into Alaska. I've flown into Mexico. That was just one time though. But one thing I've never done is I've never flown a transatlantic or trans-Pacific flight. But you know, either this sim or the new sim, that's going to change. So. Let's see here. Looks like we're approaching Mackinac. Yeah, one thing in that video that I was talking about, Greg, about the new sim, one of the things that they do mention, and I'm going to spoil it here, but one of the things that they did mention in that video is that they contacted, in real life, they contacted every single glider airport in the world and asked for details about the glider airport. Not only that, but they actually handcrafted. Basically, they made, instead of like it being a default airport, they handcrafted. Basically, they made it. They probably did, either went to the glider airport or they did satellite imagery, and they handcrafted those airports. Every single glider airport in the new upcoming sim is handcrafted, which is going to be awesome. Because there is a glider airport that's not too far away from me. It's maybe about 45 minutes away from me. It's called Owl Canyon Glider Port, and so that should be handcrafted. And I'm not huge into gliders. I think I want to say my dad, because my dad was a airline pilot. I want to say he did do gliders when he was younger. I might be wrong though, but if you're into gliders, hey, that's gonna be for you. Not only that, but you know, again, like you and I probably won't be doing this much, but apparently I think they have also every single helipad in the world that's gonna be on the simulator, which is awesome. But the thing is, I probably won't be flying helicopters anyway. So yeah, but still cool, you know. Flying right over that campground, as you can see down there. I've been there in real life. I was there this summer. It's a nice campground too. Oh yeah, I will also mention this too as well. So I'm gonna do another spoiler for you, Greg. Is that one thing that's also going to be in the new simulator? And I can't believe how they're going to do this, but they're going to have tornadoes in the sim. And I'm assuming that they're going to get like live weather data of tornadoes, and they're going to put them in the sim, which again is pretty crazy if you think about it, because that's never been done before in flight sim history. Like they've had hurricanes, right? Like on this sim, there's hurricanes, thunderstorms, snow, right? But they've never done like a tornado, because tornadoes are so unpredictable. You never know when they're gonna show up, pop up. But like, there's a picture online that, you know, that is in the sim, like, you know, again, probably made by the developers. But I mean, they're not gonna just like put a random tornado on a picture and say, hey, that's not gonna be in the sim. Like, they're not gonna do that. If it's in the picture, that means it's gonna be in the sim. So I don't know how they're gonna do it, but apparently there's gonna be tornadoes in the sim. And so if there's a tornado in real life, whether in Colorado or Nebraska or in Pennsylvania or wherever, they're gonna be in the simulator. And I think that's kind of cool, you know, because a lot of people, they're gonna try to, you know, do tornado hunting. I think it's gonna be awesome. All right, you're gonna be able to get a lot of cool pictures with that, screenshots, kind of like you're actually weather hunting. Flying over Round Island here. Time to lower the throttle here and prepare for landing. Yeah, you can see the white caps on the waves out there. Alright, I'll see you next time, Greg. Take care. Be safe out there. Stay healthy. And I'll catch you on the next stream. Again, probably this will be the last one of the day, because, again, I want to enjoy the rest of my day off. But yeah, today was just all about having fun flying around Mackinac, flying around the island. Very beautiful. A little windy, but beautiful. Let's see if we can nail this landing here. Use some rudder here. Come on. There we go. But yeah, Bill. I mean, not Bill. Sorry, Bill. Greg. I don't know why I called you Bill. My boss, his name is Bill, so I'm so used to talking to him. All right, Greg. I'll see you later, my friend. All right, take care. Okay. Looks like there's another plane there, but. Oh, what is this guy doing? Violation of my personal property. Let's park right here. Yeah, look at the wind there. It's pretty much horizontal at this point, so yeah. That was a tricky landing. The parking brake is on. Turn that thing on. There we go. Check that. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, actually, keep that on. Traffic pretty quiet here at the airport. I mean, in this area of the state, I mean, or I should say in this area of the country, it's pretty quiet aviation-wise. Except during the summer when there's a lot of tourists. Okay, this guy's parked. Okay. Just see if there's any airplanes on approach or anything. But yeah, for those who are watching, I've been on Mackinac Island in real life like 24, 25 times, I think, or something like that. No vehicles allowed on the island, which doesn't make sense why the simulator put vehicles, like, you know, car vehicles on the airport property. I mean, maybe that's a real life thing. But right here, again, this is like photo scenery right here. But this is a bike path, so like if you've been to Mackinac Island, you know what I'm talking about. The only way of, you know, transportation is by walking or by bicycle, and I've been on this exact path in real life. Like there's like a little bit of a bike path here. You drive on it, and I was here this summer. Actually stood right here, right where I'm at. I took a video of a plane taking off, runway 26. Looked exactly like this, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. So you go down here. I've taken pictures right here, right next to the runway. Pretty cool. Kind of need to be careful, because one thing I have not been able to witness is a plane coming into land. You know, over my head whenever I've stayed here. Almost sounded like I heard an airplane. But yeah, that's one thing I wish that could happen eventually, but I don't know. Anyways, you take that bike path down over there. Basically, you go down over here, all the way down to the terminal, which is over there. And so I've done that many times in real life. And again, I did it this summer. Is that an airplane I see out there? Oh, I thought I saw an airplane. But yeah, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna check something here. Yeah, like right here, yeah. Part of me says just a plane watch because I had the traffic on. I kind of want a plane watch, but anyways, I think down here there's like construction trucks or something like that. Somewhere around here. I don't know what it is back here, but might as well just camp here and like do some plane watching or something. But anyways, folks, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Greg, not sure if you're still in here, but Greg, thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and for the chat that we had. Again, really excited for 2024. If you didn't comment, still, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet to the gaming channel, I would really appreciate it. If you want to see, certain games or content or past content I've done on the channel, if you just look around, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. I'd like to get back to Star Wars Outlaws. I played that about a week ago. Haven't played Madden in a while. College football, Jedi Survivor, that sort of thing. We'll get back to it, but yeah, I'll definitely do that. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please feel free to do so. I'd appreciate that. And if you're watching on Twitch, I thank you for your view. And if you haven't followed me on Twitch, feel free to do so for that.